Hello, Southern Hang family. Welcome back to another episode of Southern Hang. I'm Neil Wilding, joined by my good friends Craig Cotton, Brian Redmond, Sherman Brown. We are four friends rooted in Kentucky, and I guess this week we could say we are snowed in Kentucky. And for this year, we've done a lot of time on the podcast talking about music and keeping it local, and talking about some of the big live events that are coming to the great state of Kentucky. And one of those events is, I don't know that we spent much time talking about it, but we should have. In fact, it might have even created a little beef with the Laurel Cove Music Festival.
we got beef.
Where's the beef?
We'll get to that in a minute, but actually we are going to spend great links today talking about that festival, because they did put out their lineup, and the more the four of us look into that festival, it's definitely a place we want to be. It looks like an amazing event. But I started off by saying we are snowed in here in Kentucky, like a good portion of the state, and it got us thinking about some of the fun times we had growing up in the snow. So fellas, like when I say, hey, we're snowed in, what are you guys thinking of? What memories are you thinking of?
I'm waiting for the ticker on the crawl on my TV.
Oh yeah.
To tell me that, first of all, that school was even out. Like, third grade, like whatever it would be, where you're sitting and you're watching cartoons and you don't even really pay attention. It could be your favorite show. It doesn't matter what it is, because what you're watching is waiting for your school or your county, I guess, depending on where you are, that just shows up and says, 2-hour delay or you're out. And
God, that was a great feeling, wasn't it? So much better.
And it was,
we're out of school.
We're out of school.
Fuck yeah.
when you saw you were out, you knew it was going to be a fucking Price is Right marathon.
Game show after game show.
That's right.
I remember I grew up in Oldham County, where actually I live now. And so when they did the scroll, or if they did like on the radio, they would run through them, and they always did it in alphabetical order. And I always knew if they got to Owen County that we had been skipped, and they'd have to spell it like Owen. So if I heard them say Owen, I'm like, God, we're back in school. So.
Oh man.
I was thinking about, I don't actually ever remember them not calling it. Every time that I was watching, I do not remember that moment, like of them not calling the name or the school through it. I just don't even remember that process. I remember definitely when it showed up, because you were, elated and running around and trying to figure out what you were going to do the rest of the day.
It was some serious stuff back then. Like, you had to have some serious, like, I feel like nowadays they're like, we got a dusting. They're like, oh, sorry, folks, we're out for 3 days. Like, we had bomb threats, and people are like, well, just get under a desk. You'll be all right. Like, we got to hurt you. We got
tuck your head.
Yeah, we got the
tuck your head in your knees, bro. You'll be all right.
Go out in the hallway and put your head up against the wall. You'll be all right. Put a book above your head.
Y'all are in Jefferson County. Y'all never counsel school.
Yeah.
Out in the suburbs, we did, though. We always had the snow days. But then it was like, June 28th, and we're still going to school.
Oh, man, good call. Yeah, good call. Yeah, but now here we are this week.
June 28th.
They're all...
I'm picturing you at the All-Star break, still in school.
Yeah, but that snow day was great. Yeah, I try to sell that to the kids now, because I'm like, guys, you realize, like, when they call a snow day, it means that it's like one less day when the weather's much nicer. And they're like, yeah, but it's so much better. That math never works out.
Well, it's also different for them, because we used to actually get like 3 months, right? Like you would be out of school by Memorial Day, and you didn't go back till after Labor Day, and now they're down to maybe 8 weeks.
Yeah, like 6 days.
Yeah,
they get a week.
They're off.
It's like summer week.
Yeah, they're off every other day as it is, without the snow day.
Yeah, but they do get They get more days during the year.
Oh yeah.
They're like Christmas and all kinds of shit. I mean, we got Christmas. I'm just mean like there's just a bunch more. Where is it?
We had fall break. We didn't have fall break.
There's a winter break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We're just making up breaks.
Well, we're bringing up this conversation because we're all 12 inches deep in a current winter blast of 2026. So, yeah, were y'all able to dig out the driveways? Did y'all have to get the snow plows out? And,
I wasn't sure where that was going
break
for a
the
second.
backs. And,
Thought we were going to have another conversation
we're
about
going
Craig's
we're
log.
going back in the
I was
log.
about to be very impressed with you, my friend. Sorry.
Put that purple pen away.
No
That's right.
doubt. Y'all watch it. Y'all watching Sir Duncan the Tall and Egg.
No, but
yeah,
I've got that teed up for when I hit the
dude.
road next week.
It's freaking great. There's a reference I'd like to talk about, though. Be that you haven't seen it, we're not going to talk about it.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I think Red and I are both lost.
Yeah.
Night.
We don't know.
The
Night.
game-
This
Seven
Game of
Kingdoms.
Thrones. Yeah. Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Game of Thrones prequel that it goes between the second episode. This just came out this past weekend, so there was a more than 12-inch
Oh,
reference in that show. Very, very impressive.
okay.
Yeah. My bad. This is what we were doing in our house. This is what we were doing in our house while we were snowed in this week. We were like, well, we got to catch up on some new shows. So we were snowed in and watching new shows. So that was a good one to catch on to. Yeah.
I tell you what, this snow break is nothing like the snow break of 1994.
Yeah.
Hey now.
Yeah.
That might, obviously, weddings and birth of children are monumental times in our lives, but I think that snow break of 1994 might have been one of the best weeks of my life.
That was great. Were we? I know I was in our fraternity house. Were y'all living in the house too that week?
I was.
I was
I was
not.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was living in that house, yeah.
Yeah, me and Brian Ubelhart were roommates at the time, and so man, that was just a freaking fun week. And like you had everybody, you had all your boys were all just stuck in the house trying to figure out what to do, and then the only place you could go to was walk down the street to the little grocery mart there on campus. And
We'll save a step.
Well, wait. What about our boy Colston and Harper, and they helped us open up the Cardinals Inn.
but that wasn't until like the end of the week. That was like,
Wait a minute.
because like the
Wait
first
a
2 or
minute.
3 days we were so snowed in, there wasn't nothing. The only
That's
place
true.
we could go to was that place. So we were eating like it was like
Yeah.
cases of beer and frozen pizzas for like 3 days, and then like day 4 was when the Cardinal Inn finally
The
opened.
breakthrough,
up. It was
and
like,
then and
fuck yeah.
and we didn't leave that place for like 3 days.
Oh yeah, and then we just lived at the Cardinal Inn and ate all our meals there. Hell yeah, man, that was such a fun week.
Helped us open up was the thing I was wondering where, define, helped us open up the Cardinal.
It was
That almost sounds like help us break into is what it sounds like.
That is
against the better judgment of the proprietors of the Cardinals Inn. They gave Harper and Colston keys.
Yeah, what was the? So that's 1994. We're living on campus.
Yeah.
Or at least I was. I was in the fraternity house, and then what do we get? Like 20 inches? A lot.
It was
18.
I
It was
mean,
a shit ton.
and the
shut
city
the-
was shut down.
It shut the city down.
That's right.
It shut
That's
the
right.
city down, and then and there we are living in going to U of L and living on campus, and man, that was such a fun time.
I have this image of like 4 of us having this bright idea that you remember the mattresses that were in the in our dorm rooms. They were not like they were like a plastic coated mattress.
Yeah.
And so we had this bright idea that they would be good to take down a hill,
sled?
and we were going to try and sled on them. So
Nice.
we carried it across campus to a spot where we thought, and we dropped that sucker in the snow, and it, of course, stayed right in that spot and did not move the physics behind. Maybe we hadn't taken our physics courses yet at U of L. But
Did you bring it back? Or were we all old school and just like, fuck this, we don't feel like carrying this thing back, and so somebody didn't have a mattress now for...
I can neither confirm nor deny,
Right.
but rumor has it there was a mattress that was found on campus just sitting there when all the snow melted.
It might still be there to this day, with like a little plaque.
So that I don't know I don't know if y'all, because I looked it up knowing what this show was going to be about, but that was back to back. So 93 was the snowstorm of the century from Florida to like southern Kentucky. And so in March, and so because when I knew we were going to this show, and I knew we were going to talk about '94. That was the big one on campus. But there was a spring break. Nally, myself, three other guys all jumped in our cars after working at UPS and headed out to Panama City to stay at the Best Western Del Coronado. And it took us 3 days to make it to Florida because it was in '93 in March. It was the snowstorm and it shut down Tennessee, Alabama. Like it went to all the way to northern Florida. And like I remember being in Panama in like sweaters and jeans, and there was no water there. You weren't even attempting to go to the beach, and it was the biggest snowstorm of all. It took us 3 days. We made the first night to Tennessee. The next day we drove from Tennessee to Alabama. When we got to Alabama, I slept in my car, my yellow Mustang. I don't know if y'all remember that yellow Mustang.
Oh, yeah.
In a parking lot of a Holiday Inn, and Nally and them slept in the bar. There were so many people; they were just taking whoever came in, and you could just find a spot. And so they slept in the bar on the floor with another 150 people. And I stayed out in the car and just kept it warmed up. And then that next day, got back in the car and drove from Alabama and finally made it to Florida on the third day. And it was like the craziest, like snowball fights on 65 and all kinds of crazy shit. But I had to look the dates up on it.
Do you guys have any memory of this? I have no memory of this.
Yeah?
None.
I recall people getting stuck on 65. That's my memory.
Yeah, this was 93, and then 94 is when we were living in the house. So this is 93 spring break.
I feel like 93 I went to Panama City, and I have no memory of...
Yeah, I went to Panama City in 93, but I was graduating high school. I mean,
that would have been a couple of weeks later.
Spring of 93, that'd have been my freshman year.
And we had like 30 of us from the house go down, didn't we?
I didn't go anywhere, I don't think, my freshman year. And Craig, you would have been there yet.
I wasn't in Teak.
Yeah,
I wasn't in the house. I'm a year older than you.
What was the year Donnie Goff got his finger cut off by the sliding door?
94.
Listeners, this is... I got nothing for you. I was thinking of where to go here. Do we need to know
the year?
Somebody explain that story.
Well, I mean, it was.
And how it relates to this.
Here comes physics again. How when you're on vacation and you like to keep the sliding door open, and that can create a vacuum and shut the front door. Well, he was standing there and it shut and caught his finger.
Oh, in the hotel?
At the hotel, yeah.
Were you at the Holiday Inn?
He cut his finger off. I feel like that's what happened.
That's what happened, but it wasn't the Holiday Inn. It was the Chateau.
Oh, man, that hotel was a dump. Yeah.
Oh, all the way to the far end.
And dude, Donnie just like picked his finger up and just kept drinking, and he was a champ. Donnie Goff, man. That was he.
I've got a picture. I got to find my book. But I've got a picture of him holding that finger up. Maybe bandaged up.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know where we were going there, but
yeah. No, that spring break was all boys that I went with on 93. Were all like South End boys that we ran with. We had and ran down there, but.
Did y'all go down in your Gamarichis or your Flobby Gobbies? What'd you call them?
Z Cavaricis. I don't think I had any Z Cavaricis. I took it on a spring break, but that was a fun fucking spring break, buddy. 93, my little yellow Mustang. We drove that all the way down to Panama City. Best Western Del Coronado.
I think it's Prince's lesser known song. My little yellow Mustang.
Dude, look it up. I had to look it up. I had to look it up because I was like, man, it wasn't 94 because I was doing math and all this stuff. But 94 is when we all were living on campus, and it was incredible snow that year too. You know, being stuck in there. Yeah. Yeah, I don't do the sledding thing. Y'all do all the and Red and Sherm. Y'all got little dudes.
We got out.
So I don't.
We got out and got a little sledding Monday. So the snow hit Saturday, Sunday. They had true school, like a snow day, not NTI, not no homework, none of that stuff. So a true school day or snow day, Monday and Tuesday. So Monday after work, we rolled over to George Rogers Park. There's a pretty decent hill, two different ones, but we got over there and hung out for a couple hours.
Yeah, I haven't done the sledding in a couple of years. I also have a snowmobile broken femur incident 12 years ago. So my wanting to be a participant on fast things on snow.
A little PTSD there.
They've depreciated, yeah. But I'll watch other people do it, and I was definitely huge into it back in the day. We'd go to Iroquois, and there's some great hills there. We go to Cherokee, do all that.
Well, it used to be. It used to be before they commercialized everything. Let me get my old man pants on here real quick.
Back in my day.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Like, when we were young, it was actually an inner tube, right? It had the metal, what do you call it?
Yeah, the spoke. I mean, the inflating.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that was just a risk you took.
Yes.
And somebody
you
showed up
can.
at Seneca Park, going down. It used to be maybe the ninth hill, or first hole, sorry. Mm-hmm. And it was, you just pile a bunch of people up on this tube that just showed up out of somewhere. And now it's all, handles and
And the day didn't start till you get flattened by somebody coming down the hill.
Right.
Turned upside
right.
down. Like, okay, we're tapped in now. We can get the day started.
That's right.
Back in my day, my mom and dad would drive me to the park, being drugged behind the car on a sled. These old people now, they got handlebars. It's ridiculous.
It's safety and stuff.
Yeah, airbags on your snow sleds.
I think it's been 2 years since I've actually gone down the hill sledding. It's not my jam anymore.
Yeah.
Because you got to walk back up.
Well, you got to walk up, but like it's not a smooth ride. You're not on an inner tube. You're on a little piece of plastic, so like you just feel every bump. It's a young man's game.
You want me throw up my old man shit? So my neighbors have my neighbors have a snowblower, and with my issues with loving to mow my yard, man, the snowblower action. It gives me that fix, dude. I'm out there cleaning my driveway, my neighbor's driveway, sidewalks. I'm like, this is the most fun thing of all time. I'm pushing snow all over the place. Tammy's like, you coming inside? I'm like, hell nah. I'm taking on somebody else's
Are
driveway.
you applying your Sodfather principles to
you do the lines.
snow removal?
I got music bumping in my ears. I'm just out there just having a fucking blast.
Neil, that was my question. I was expecting him to go out and blow all the snow off of the grass and into the driveway.
Oh yeah, so y'all can see my.
Just save the grass.
So you can see my
Just
yard.
how can we? Yeah, exactly.
I did put down lines about a month and a half ago, so they're still present.
Is this a true snow blower, or is this have y'all seen this battery operated?
I own one of those. It's actually corded.
Does it work?
You talking about the thing that looks like a vacuum cleaner?
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone bought me that 2 years ago. He bought me one of the vacuum. It's corded. Mine's not battery, but yeah, it works. The problem is you gotta make sure the wind. The day we did it, the wind was blowing pretty hard, and it kept adjusting, so it kept blowing in my face. But it's pretty good. We took it this year and blew off. We did my mom's driveway with it, and it's a pretty good little thing. But ours is corded, but still, same principle. Little vacuum cleaner looking deal, and it shoots it straight.
Yeah.
Shoots all the snow straight. Yeah.
So
Not too bad.
my snow reproval is called Teenager with a Shovel.
Yeah.
So
It's like, get out there, boy.
you
Yeah.
you have one. You have one of those. I've got a question for you guys. And Red, this is where I'm.
Put them to
finding
work.
myself
Put them to
being
work
an old
young.
man.
Don't be growing no lightweight children.
No.
Put them to work
Here's
young.
my
Like,
question.
beat it.
How come?
Yeah.
When was the last time somebody knocked on your door and asked you, could they shovel your snow?
Never.
Yeah. Well,
Seriously.
you know,
When I was a kid, man, I was hustling.
Yeah,
10,
H-U-S-T-L-E.
I will tell you this.
Exactly.
Out in the suburbs, just you get mom to post a note on the Facebook group, and like my son or whatever's doing it. The problem is they're charging like $100. There is no like $10 charge anymore. They're looking for like triple digits. So that's when I said, son, why don't you just go take care of this?
Yeah, both my boys moved out right before the snow showed up, and they're back now. Now that the driveway is clear, they just miraculously showed back up. But they were staying.
You got a snowblower. What are they worried about?
Well,
you could have done it in 10 minutes.
It was borrowed snow blowers, but yes, I got two neighbors with snow blowers. So.
It's
we did ours, and then we did our neighbors too. So I didn't feel too bad. And then we're moving, so we had to go over and do that one. I let Lang just hung out with me on the third one. I didn't make him do any work, but he did all right.
The problem with the hustle, Sherm, is that the driveways have gotten bigger. Right, like the house I grew up in over in Buchel, and then parents are still out there over in the Highlands. Those driveways are much smaller than what I'm in today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Yeah.
H-U-S-T-L-E, hustler.
Mm-hmm.
So I got breaking news.
Oh, bring it.
Oh shit.
Breaking
mid-episode?
Breaking news. Do y'all recall the big purchase last year's 2-3 week snow that we had, and everybody had to stay inside for a long time, and I finally went for an indoor walk and came home with a new toy.
Bolivar?
Tapawingo? Captain Wingo?
Bolivar. Yeah, the RV, the trailer.
Yeah.
You know what today is? You know what's going on this week?
His birthday?
Boat and RV show.
I got nothing.
Guess where I went today?
The boat and RV show.
Guess what I came home with?
A new RV.
Boy, you're really painting a puzzle here, Cotton.
Bolivar.
Duh.
Bolivar 2, the electric boogaloo, has been set in motion.
Oh! Is this replacing Bolivar or?
Yeah,
Can we wait a minute?
We ran it. Go ahead.
Can we get a name change? Can we go turbo and ozone?
Well, Nolan said we need to go Bolivar 2, the electric boogaloo. So.
I like it.
But
I like it.
yeah,
okay.
We run into the sales guy, and so
fantastic pull, by the way, with the turbo and ozone.
Yeah.
Every once in a while.
Ready.
Don't make me grab the broom. All right.
But that was this house's last year's winter snowstorm. Had to get out. We went today and ran into the sales guy from last year. I'm like, hey bud, I upgraded to a new truck. I can pull a bigger truck, bigger trailer now. So what do you want to do? He's like, well, I can do all kinds of stuff on this. At this show, we get all kinds of extra perks. And so, about a 45-minute conversation. Next thing you know, now we've upgraded. Got a fifth wheel that we now own.
So is that like a trade-in? Like you trade in Bolivar?
I did. I'm traded. We got to officially pin it on Saturday morning, but trading in Bolivar, and now it's a fifth wheel, the kind that you
after all the good times, and you just turn them back in. Say,
well, this one's got it's a bath and a half. It's got a bigger back room. Oh, dude, it's humongous. I'm pumped.
I like big back rooms, and I cannot lie.
I think. I don't think there are going to be any more upgrades, but we'll see what happens next winter when the next snow comes through. But we should be good for a while.
What is the next? Is the next upgrade one that you drive?
Yeah, we're not going to do that.
Why not?
You could.
Well,
because then you can't go to the grocery store when you're at the campsites. You have to disconnect all the shit, or you got to pull a Jeep behind you. Mm-hmm. And, that's once you get set up, I don't want to have to disconnect all that stuff. So I think we're going to be good for a while. The next upgrade after this will be maybe the new boat, but that's 5 years from now, I would imagine.
Well, talking about a new, what do you call it? The pull behind? What do you call those?
Well, the original Bolivar's pull behind. Now we got a fifth wheel.
Sounds to me like the perfect transition into
ain't it
this music festival. So Sherman.
Beef.
I in the intro, I mistakenly said that we had beef with Laurel Cove, but I think maybe they have some beef with us.
It was kindly explained to me, but let me give it a little history here. We last week talked about all these different festivals that we are excited about. In the pre-show, before we go on, we kind of talk about things we're going to talk about. Neil and I talked about Laurel Cove, and we talked about Rich Henderson, who's been on the show about a year ago. We talked about Cole Chaney. We talked about Hollerhead, and I remembered all this. We post the show. It goes up on Monday, and I had not listened to the show yet and went in and started kind of going through everything, commenting on social media, and I posted on Laurel Cove. We're excited about you guys. We talked about you on the show, blah, 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 and linked to the show. And a couple people, one of which is John Grace, who's one of the promoters that puts the festival on, commented and was very kind, but said, "Hey, must have missed it. Listened to the whole show. Thanks for the show. Thanks for the shout out, but I must have missed it in here." Another person commented that said the same thing. So thank you guys for listening.
Yeah.
I apologize that I messed up on it. It was my fault completely. And a complete oversight on our fault too, or on our part too, because we definitely wanted to talk about this. And I know Neil, this is one that we talked about with Rich on the show last year.
Yeah, right. He
So
played
it's
the
just
pre-show.
huge.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
So this.
He's on the main or on the big show this time.
All right. So are we cool with Laurel Cove now?
I'm hoping so, John.
Are they
if
cool
you're
with us?
listening,
That's the bigger question.
please.
We're certainly cool with them.
Listen, hey, all apology from me. All apology. No, nothing else to say. It's just all oversight on my part. So please accept the apology, and we're looking forward to everything you guys are doing down there. It's awesome.
So the festival, for those of our listeners that aren't familiar with Laurel Cove, this is a festival that's held in June, and it's down. What is it, in Pineville? It's way down south.
Pineville, Kentucky.
Yeah, so that's
Pine Mountain.
Yeah,
Pine Mountain State Park.
Just north of Tennessee.
So you're like, what are you getting off, like the Corbin exit or something?
Yeah, right around that area.
Little town in West Texas.
Yep.
But it is
Pacific, North,
Yeah. No, I'm out.
East, West.
It's a whole new year.
it's just Pacific.
I'm learning directionals. Yeah.
All right.
But it is if you don't know about it, listeners, just do a quick Google search, and all it takes is a few minutes to see some of the pictures of previous festivals. It was one of the coolest things I have seen. Yeah. It is awesome, and it sells out as soon as they put them. So we're not doing any good promoting it because it's already sold out. But they only sell like 1,400 tickets or something.
Yeah, it sold out this year before the lineup even came out. It was already sold out.
Third year in a row, actually.
Yeah.
Third year in a row that happened.
Already sold out.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that look at the images, because the images are just awesome of the stage with that creek right in front of
Yes.
it. And it looks like you got like a moat. Like you're like, look,
Yes.
you got like a moat going
Yeah.
on here? But man, it's just a beautiful. Yeah, we can take Boulevard to the Electric Boogaloo down there and see if we can get media credentials
and it's in this festival, we're talking about how gorgeous it is, and we have to go at some point.
Yeah.
And you think about before we even get to this year's lineup, you start looking at some of the artists that have been there in previous years. Mm-hmm. Like it started in 2019, I believe, and John Moreland was a part of the festival. Charles Wesley Godwin has been a part of it. Arlo many times. 49 Winchester's been a part of this festival. Just 2 years ago, Red Clay Strays, Wyatt Flores, Straight and Farley, Cat Asty. So they have had some artists that have gone on to become really big-time musicians that have been a part of it. So Laurel Cove, long story short, they catch people on their way up for sure.
Yeah. So who we got this year? Throw out who are you looking for? Or who you into right now that you're listening to?
Let's kind of start with like the headliners. So the headliners for the festival, Evan Honer.
Yeah.
Y'all listening to Evan Honer?
Yeah, I just spent some time with him this week. He's great.
So I'm gonna just tell you a little something. So I like
when Neil gets emotional. I love when he gets emotional.
So he's good dude. I like his music, but I had no idea how big he was. He's gotten very big. So I'm going to mention 3 artists: Evan Honer, Jason Isbell, and Sturgill Simpson. Of those three, you want to take a guess at who has the highest monthly listeners for Spotify?
Really?
Go, Brian Redmond.
With my
Go
hand
ahead,
up,
you.
I'm gonna say Evan.
You know what? That's a great guess. And it is true. In fact, he's got 3 million monthly listeners.
Red.
Double.
Great.
Double.
Good job, dude.
That of Jason Isbell. And that counts Isbell's solo stuff and the 400 unit. Isbell's got 1.4 million. Sturgill's got 2.2. So, like, Evan Honer's doing some serious streaming. And
That's awesome.
and I think he was a part of the festival last year. And last year they had some bad weather. And they persevered through it. And there's a YouTube clip of him.
Snowstorm? Was it a snowstorm?
Not snow, no.
Not in
No,
June.
not in
Not
June.
in June.
But it was
Not
a
in
hell of a
June.
lot of rain. And there's a video of Evan putting on like almost like an impromptu show. I think he's standing on like a cooler or something in the middle of like this little cave because that was the only place they could find some dry land.
Wasn't our guy talking about that? Wasn't our what's our podcast to podcast show that?
Combs. Yeah, Brian
wasn't
Combs. He might
wasn't he
have
talking about that? I think he was talking about that particular show.
could have.
And that, I think he. We'll have to go back and research old episodes, but I think
Yeah.
Brian Combs was talking about that.
You think he was talking about it?
I'm pretty sure as soon as Neil started talking about it, I was like, wait a minute, that was referenced.
That's a lot of talking.
From that.
A lot of talking about.
So yeah, so Evan Honer. Anyway, you know, a lot of people checking him out, and I think he's got 2-3 albums out, and he's pretty big. There's a song of his kind of buried in his catalog called "Mr. Myers," which is I think it's one of the coolest songs. It's about an older man, like a grandpa figure, and like a story of aging, getting older. Now the funny thing is, he talks about being 65, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's not that old. To be like the old guy, but it's a very good emotional song. So if you're looking for a tune of his to check out, Mr. Myers.
So from previous episodes, our man Red didn't know that Spotify makes playlists. But Red, if you go on to Spotify, you can just type in Laurel Cove and bam, Laurel Cove 2026 playlist, and you can just sit there and listen to all the artists that are coming. They already made it.
They've already made it.
I spent probably 4 or 5 days this week just cruising around listening to Laurel Cove.
Who makes these playlists? Like, is it
Somebody.
somebody just says I'm putting together? So like, if you made a playlist and called it Boulevard
Southern Hang-
2 Electric
The
Boogaloo,
Southern Hang playlist.
Southern Hang playlist. Perhaps maybe we've talked
Yeah,
about it a few times.
maybe that's
on this
out
show.
there.
well, I didn't want to self promote, but yeah, now that we're talking about our playlist, where do you find our playlist?
On
No, I'm
Spotify
kidding.
And Apple TV or
Apple
Apple
Music.
Yeah, that's right.
So can
Southern
anybody
Hang Pod.
Can anybody add to this playlist, or like just one person goes out and does all the heavy lifting and says, "I'm gonna put the flag in the ground and I'm gonna call this Laurel Cove 2026."
Yep. Yeah, you can listen to it. You may not be able to hear it, but you can listen to it.
So if I want to make a
You-
playlist,
you can't adjust it unless you're invited to.
No audible.
so do I need to go ahead and make a playlist for Laurel Cove 2027 now so that I can claim it,
You can.
and then I can add to my playlist later? Is that what we're saying?
Sure. Put on whoever you want on that thing. I don't know if there's a copyright deal, but yeah, you could do that. You can make up
now
whatever
we're
you
gonna
want.
have beef. Now we're gonna have
This is
beef.
true.
That's gonna,
Just
that's
when we
when
were
this is
getting,
gonna go down.
we were winning them, we were bringing them back.
John,
in.
So good.
John, this is not my fault. Mr. Grace, not my
We're
fault.
not
This
going
one's
to
on
steal
Brian
your
Redmond.
playlist. We will not steal your playlist. But we'll promote the hell out of your venue.
And I'm not real sure Brian Redmond even has Spotify. So number one, don't even worry
No.
about that happening.
No,
It's not happening.
it's all right. It's going to be all.
You say it like it's a disease. I'm not even sure if he's got the Spotify.
He might.
So that's Evan Honer. The other headliners are the Creekers and Cassius Culpepper.
Yeah, man.
I'm still amazed.
The Wilder Blue, they're good, man. I'm down with them. I was listening to them a year or so ago. And Magnolia Boulevard, who we've been trying to get on the show a couple times now. We've talked to Maggie, but it has some internet issues, and so we didn't get to get them on there. Your boy, Laid Back Country Picker, that's your boy's guy.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
He's tight with him.
Combs is good friends with him. Yeah, and remember he talked about he was a teacher, Tyler Childers' teacher, like in school.
Doubting.
We talked about S.G. Goodman.
Dude,
I think they played at Headliners.
S.G. Goodman
right?
is like, she's so good.
Yeah.
And if you want to hear her story, she went on. I hate to promote another podcast, but he's hung it up. And what's his name? Mark Maron, his WTF. I mean, he was one. of the
shut it down.
Yes,
I don't think I knew
did.
that he shut it down.
But she went on his podcast a long time ago and told her story. And man, it's a great interview. She's such a unique person, and the perspective she has growing up in rural Kentucky. And she's badass. Like, she's like, I don't know, what you call it, like indie rock. She's got a little country to her, but she's more like an indie rock type. I'd be most excited about seeing S.G. Goodman at this festival. She's amazing.
She was the name that I saw that I had recognized that you had talked about immediately. That I was one that I had not really listened to. So it was kind of, but I knew the name. So
well, and she has
been listening to her.
She has a song called "Space and Time," which is I think off her debut album, and that's one of her bigger songs. But people may know Tyler Childers' version. But that's her song, and Tyler did a lot in promoting S.G. Goodman. She opened up for him several times, and she would come up on stage and play that song. And finally, he just covered it and put it on his album, not for him, but to give that song even more exposure. It's a great song.
S.G. Goodman. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Yeah, I've been trying to get the Creekers on the show too. Mom's got good ties to the Creekers, so she's been talking back and forth with them too. So it'd be awesome to get to yap at them, but they've been blowing up.
I hear the Creekers do a kick-ass version of an Ian No song, "Letter to Madeline." I heard that's become a staple.
Yep, I enjoyed that. I spent quite a bit of time with the playlist this week, and, just jamming out.
Well, go ahead, Red.
Well, I was going to say, let's go back to this festival. Like, the artists sound awesome.
Yeah.
But it kind of sounds like these guys, or this group, has captured lightning in a bottle and don't want to change it. You're saying that for the last 3 years, they've sold out before anybody even knows who's going to show up. They just know that it's awesome.
Before the lineup announcement.
Yeah. I don't care who's going to be there. I just know that I want to be there.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah. And a lot of musicians, when they're not on the bill, they just go.
And you're saying it's 1,400 people.
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just feel like...
Camping, coming back and forth.
Are you suggesting they sell more tickets?
Well, I'm trying to get my head wrapped around, right? And maybe I'm jaded.
Bigger's not always better. You know,
No, I get it.
Cool.
I get it.
It's cool when people keep it humble.
I think it's the area is kind of confined.
And then,
like the stage is it's a little area, and all the pictures I see are from that same stage. So I don't think this is a deal where there's like a bunch of stages all over the place. Maybe there are, but I think they just got room for what they're doing, and they're just doing a great job and have built this culture. I see families out there. I'm really excited to check it out at some point.
Well, Red, like I think we talked about this too, but when Rich Henderson played there last year, he played the pre-show, so the night before. So it's even growing outside of whatever the dates. The dates this year are June 11th through the 13th, but whatever that day is before, I think he played at the Bell Theater, and they had 3 to 5 bands there. So it's even growing, and the area is picking up and benefiting from the festival too. So it's
just
pretty
making
awesome.
it longer.
Longer. Yeah. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
You guys in on Cassius Culpepper?
Well,
I'm not familiar.
I'm glad you. That is, if we're doing it this week, which we've been doing for the last few shows, we have the jam of the week. And so my jam of the week is Cassius Culpepper. Dude, I dig him, man.
He's great.
He's a country blues rock crooner soul.
Yes.
His sound is
All the above. Yeah.
the shit. I mean, it is fucking. I mean, I like of the artists that I listen to, and I really like their lineup. That is the artist that I just like. I've got to spend more time with him solo. You know, I did it on the playlist, but I'm like, dude, I'm dedicating some time here with Cassius Culpepper, dude. He is cool as shit.
He is. I got things to say, but I want you to tell me what's your jam.
My jam of the week, and unfortunately, my knowledge of Cassius is just going off of what I started on the beginning of Spotify. So I'm just going to go with his most streamed song. But "Man of His Word" is his most streamed song based on Spotify. Man, it was just his sound is just incredible.
He's awesome, and it's so music is different these days. Like a lot of times now, if you're a new artist, you got to put out a bunch of singles.
And guess where else he's at this year?
What's that?
Railbird.
Oh yeah, he's a Railbird. Yeah, he is.
Who I've got the camper going for 2 days there.
Yeah,
I'll be there camping out.
yeah. So, but like Culpepper, so he last year and the year before, he'd been putting out singles, and then finally just dropped his first like debut album, which probably I think it has 18 tracks on it, and maybe half of them are some of these singles that he's been putting out. He's awesome. He's also got a song "Southern Man" with Marcus King on guitar.
Oh yeah. Marcus King.
That's where I thought you might have been going, but he's got a lot of stuff he's put out is incredible. And I think he is like this album he put out. I think it's got some promotion behind it. I think he's gonna blow up. He's gonna be headlining stuff.
Yeah, he's
Well, he's touring this year. I think he's opening for Wyatt Flores for several gigs this year, but I think he'll be headlining after that tour wraps. Like he's big time, and he's one of the headliners of this festival.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's headlining this.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
So,
and the names you mentioned that came through before, I mean, all of that just sounds like he's right on that.
They know what they're doing
in that spot.
They know what they're doing. You want to catch them early? Go to this festival.
That's right.
You want to catch them where they get big, man.
Well, and there's some other folks that have been at a lot of them that have become regulars. John R. Miller is somebody that if you haven't listened to, he's just like a storyteller, and I noticed looking at several of the posters from years gone by. He's
a Kentucky guy too, isn't he?
He is, and he is a he doesn't have one standout song, but like he's just I like everything he's put out. Really good songwriter, chill dude.
That Colton Bolin, he keeps blowing up too. He keeps popping up on my daily releases. I haven't got to spend much time with him, but he keeps popping up a bunch. Like my algorithm's telling me I need to spend more time with him.
Yeah, that guy is popping up. This Leon, and I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Majcen. I know his music. Rateliff. No, but Leon is he's like he's got a very old voice. But he
I see him.
Yeah, and the Joe Stam band. Joe Stam played that. Had played at Brasher's where we went to see Colt. Joe Stam had been there. That's right. Who else am I looking at here? Oh, well, Sherman mentioned
based on AI, it's Meitzen, even though it's Majcen based on Meitzen.
Well, I'm glad we spelled it because go check him out. He's good dude. Yeah, I was going to mention Sherman mentioned him, Magnolia Boulevard. Like we shouldn't gloss over. They put out a record.
They're crushing it.
And they're crushing it. And that is
she's up for like top 5 female vocalists of the year for some particular.
Deservedly so. She's got some pipes.
Chops
and,
for sure.
Yeah, she's great, and that's like Southern rock. I feel like I'm listening to like a modern day like Fleetwood Mac type. Like it's really good. I'm the more I listen to that one, the more that one grows on me.
Yeah, it was a good album, good debut album.
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah, I hope we get them on the show. We tried twice, had technical difficulties, had her on there, and we couldn't get it going right. And so been trying to, but we may have missed our window. They've been crazy busy since that new album come out, and I think we had them early before they kind of blew up, and now trying to find that window to get them back on has been a little rough. So
well, and she said she had some ties to Louisville. Like, didn't she say? Like, she was here in Louisville quite a bit.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then,
well, do we have a second jam of the week? Was there a rumor on the street that there was this is another 2-episode jam of the week?
I'd be honored to add a jam of the week, and I already spent a lot of time talking about S.G. Goodman, and there's a song that it's not one of her most streamed songs, but it is my favorite. It's from her 2022 album, Teeth Marks. She's got a song called "Work Until I Die." Man, it like that song kicks in with this bass line, and the bass line just kind of, Sherm, like we call it the jam of the week, but when we got a hip hop song, what do we call it?
It's a bop.
It's a bop. I feel like this song's got a little bop to it, just because of that bass. It's a. Oh man!
Does it just kind of drive the song?
It does.
I don't know
it kicks it off, and then it's got some great electric guitar in there. It's a rock and roll song. I love it. It's called "Work Until I Die," and it just like the head just kind of bops along. It's really good. So that's my jam of the week.
Any chance you can let Red put that on our playlist? Can you let Redmond learn how to activate a playlist, and he can add that?
Can you burn
song?
it to a CD?
Right.
I can burn it to a CD. I still have the device to burn CDs.
Don't you?
Hey, I'm not alone. I'm not. You're not alone on that one. I'm with you. I'm with you, Red. I'm with you on that. Can't let you hang out there by yourself on that one.
Yeah.
It's all mixtapes.
I will mixtape the shit out of it.
Hey, give it a good name, baby. Just make sure it gets a good name.
We should probably mention our boy Rich too. It was awesome when he came on the show, and he said that he had a new album coming. So hopefully at Laurel Cove he's playing some more of those new tunes.
Yeah, hope he's doing good out there somewhere. We need to go check. We need to go check him out.
We talked about him a couple times, and just I can't let it go again. He stopped by Volunteers of America and spent time with those folks. Just a good dude. I mean, just a good dude. Anyway.
I agree.
Did that and didn't promote it, didn't put it on Facebook, didn't put it on social media anywhere. Just spent time with people that are needed a hug, and he came, played for them, hung out with them, and then played.
Well, and I know that made a big impact on him, and that's part of it. And
absolutely.
And he mentioned that on stage that night he played with the Drop Tines, and I got to spend some time with him, and he. On stage, he talked about that and how much it meant to him. So I know, Sherm, you helped set that up. So that was really cool.
He just did it all, man. He's the man. That was awesome.
So, all right. Well, we talked snow stories. We talked Laurel Cove. Sherm, what's our boy's name from Laurel Cove?
My guy, John Grace.
John Grace, man. We are sorry, and we love your festival. And we would love to. We look forward to checking it out when we can. That's for sure. Anything else you got, fellas? Before we wrap it up.
Stay warm.
Yeah, let the snow melt, man.
Yeah.
Good luck getting
back to sledding.
All right, fellas. That was fun this week. Y'all be good. We'll catch you again next week.
Yep. Be good.
Pit snuggle.